Hello everyone! As if you weren't tired of hearing my voice already, I decided to make a video walking us through the rest of the syllabus and doing a little bit more of a tour of D2L. The reason I'm creating a video is because I realized that we're not going to have enough time for me to do this next class. So I might as well create a video. This way you can watch it at your own leisure, maybe at 1.5 speed. You could certainly do that, but the important thing is that you know the information that's in the syllabus and you know the expectations for the class. So, up at the top here we have the basic course information, and you probably already know this because you showed up to the right place at the right time. So, we are meeting on Tuesdays, 2:30 to 3:45. However, there is work that is asynchronous beyond just that. Here we have my information. If you ever want to give me a call, you can go ahead and call my office number. You can additionally email me at this email address, or you can email me through D2L. This email will work with your Gmail account, your Hotmail account, your AOL account, for back in the 90s. But inside D2L, if you send me a message through D2L, you can't, how do I put this? D2L is a closed system. So a D2L message can only be sent to a D2L address. And I'll show you where to find that messenger, but you can't send D2L a message from your Gmail account. Okay, so there are two different ways to email me. One is from your student email account or your personal email account to this email address. The other one is to use the D2L messenger. Okay. Additionally, I have office hours right after our class. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I have office hours as listed, and you have two different ways that you can attend my office hours or get a hold of me. One is that you come to campus. I am now on campus, and I'm available if you want to wander up. This is, I guess you'd have to get in your car and start driving immediately after having class, or maybe you're already on campus. To come here in person since we meet over Zoom. Or I also have Zoom office hours. So I'm sitting in my office for people who want to show up physically. I also have a Zoom session going for people who want to show up for Zoom. The Zoom link for my office hours is the same Zoom link as our class. So you're never going to have different Zoom links for this class. It's always just that same Zoom link. And one thing I'd like to show you real quick, so here we are in D2L, we're under course materials, and then content, is the very first tab is our meeting information. If you ever need our Zoom link for class, here it is. If you ever need to call in, say your internet goes down, but you still have cell service or a landline, then you can go ahead and call, actually these two numbers. There used to be a whole list, but I shrunk it down to the two closest numbers to us. Okay? Down at the bottom, we have my office hours, so it's the same information, the time, and then where my office is, how to get a hold of me physically, and then the same Zoom link that is up here. Okay? So, those are my office hours. That's how you can get a hold of me. Let's look at the D2L messenger real quick while we're looking at D2L. So right here, if you go under course materials, class list, you'll see a list of everyone in the course, and you can send them a message through D2L. This is what I was talking about. It's D2L to D2L, or your email to my frontrange.edu account. Now, I'm not going to click on this because it shows some private information for people, and I don't want to show that to everyone. But you can go in here, find my name, Patrick Helling, and send me a message. And right up here is your inbox for D2L. And messages I send you will show up here. Okay, if you send me a message, those messages will also show up right here in your sent internal messages. Okay, so this is the internal D2L system. And again, you cannot email an external email address from this system. It's only meant for people inside D2L. Okay, moving along. Course materials. We don't have a book for this class. That's cheap and gives us an incredible amount of flexibility. I mentioned during class that we will be reading things that are inspired by what you all write. And so I have a whole bunch of books in my life. Depending upon what people turn in, I will scan parts of those books, and then we will read those PDFs. All the reading in this class will be PDFs. Maybe we'll have some videos, things like that. Maybe some stuff on the web, but largely PDFs. Okay. You also need a Google account. These are free, and this is how we workshop and how we do all of that. Moving along, this is the description for the class, the outcomes, the outline. I'll leave that to you all to read. We don't have to go through this together, but you absolutely should read through the syllabus. This is just more of an in-depth tour than what we had time to do during class. Here we have the grades. We went over all that stuff. And of course, if you have any questions, please send me a message. Okay, the late policy. This is important. So every assignment that you turn in goes down by 10% for every day it's late. And that's including being late. So if something is due at, say, 2:30 and you don't turn it in until 4 the same day, it's already gone down 10%. And then it will go down 10% for every day it's late beyond that. Okay, so you want to make sure that your assignments are coming in on time, that you're getting them done on time. One thing to note is that you can't make up any missed in-class activities. So if you miss a workshop, you will miss your participation credit for that day. If you miss a discussion, then you will miss the participation for that discussion. And if you miss your workshop, if you were supposed to workshop on a certain day and you don't come to class and we can't workshop you, because why would we workshop someone who didn't turn or who doesn't show up to workshop? It doesn't do us any good to talk about someone's work. It does that writer good for us to talk about their work. You will lose 1/3 of 25% of your grade, which is 8% or so. Okay, gone, just like that. And you can't make it up. You can't make up a workshop that you missed. The schedule is full. There are no free slots in the schedule, which means that if you miss your workshop, we can't reschedule you, and those points are just gone. So make sure that you're coming to class and you're getting your work in on time. Moving along, we have attendance and participation. This is really, really detailed since we are a Zoom class and there are some additional requirements. I'm not going to go through all of this with you, except that our class specifically has some participation requirements or details. Notice that I said for your participation grade, that has both being in class and participating in our Zoom sessions and also participating in our discussions outside of class. And so that's what this is talking about. Each class and discussion is worth about 0.5% of your grade, which you say, oh, that's not much. Well, that makes every week worth 1% of your grade. So if you miss 1 week worth of class, that's 1% of your grade gone, right? 2 weeks, 2%. So that's how you can figure it out, is we have 15 weeks in class, it's worth 15% of your grade. So this will add up quickly if you're not careful. So be careful about that. Okay? Academic honesty. The big one for us is plagiarism. Don't plagiarize. Write your own stuff. Okay? Why would you take a creative writing class if you're going to steal things? But students have done screwier stuff in the past. So then we have our the policies that fall under other. Everyone is a veteran at going to class online now. At least a lot of students are. And you want to practice good video conferencing habits. This means you should stay on mute if you have something loud going on, or if you're not planning on speaking. As soon as you want to jump into the conversation, unmute. Of course, jump into the conversation. We all want to hear from you, but you don't want to sit there with your computer unmuted as your dog barks in the background or something like that. Okay. And understand that technical difficulties happen with everyone. Your internet will go down. My internet will go down. And we will deal with this when it comes. So let's show each other grace when it comes to managing our technology. Okay? For this class, all assignments should be typed. It's really hard for you to turn in a class or an assignment that's handwritten right now because you'd have to drop it off in my box or something on campus, but it's something to note. Don't email assignments. All assignments should be turned into D2L as a discussion post or as a workshop piece, or there's a folder and a place to put them, and I will let you know where it is. So don't email work. Emailed work tends to disappear. Okay? And let's see, what else? All writing should be complete. We already talked about that. Yeah, so these are the things that are important for our class. So you be sure to look these over. Okay, moving along, we have a bunch of campus-wide policies. So I encourage you to look at all of those. You have your student rights and responsibilities all here. And campus resources, the Student Success Center, we'll talk about that. Down here, the mask requirement does not apply to us, but note that if you come onto campus for, say, one of the readings, there is a mask mandate in effect. And so if you come onto campus, please wear a mask. We have masks here if you forget, so don't turn around, don't leave. We have masks. We'll give you a mask. We'll get you squared away there. And then we have our important dates. So you want to note when our breaks are and when our deadlines are. Here you go. The class schedule. So our class schedule is on D2L. It is not on this syllabus because it moves around, right? So you have the workshop sheet so you know when you workshop. But on top of that, if you want to know what we are doing in a certain week, you simply click on that week. And here we go. Okay? So you'll notice a lot of these are blank because I haven't put the information in yet because we haven't yet gotten to that part of the semester. And again, I base this off of the work that you are all turning in. But if you want to look at, say, week 2, you can look and see that week 2 is populated. So these are the things that you need to do, and this is when you need to do it. Okay? All right. I think that's just about everything here. So if you have questions, of course, please send me an email. Give me a phone call, stop by my office, or you have the questions for your professor discussion topic. Hop on in there and put your question, I'll find it, and I'll be able to answer it for you. Okay, I think that is